There are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. On second down, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Chris Carson.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's got some space here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, these two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
This is our time. Touchdown.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 22, Garoppolo. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
And 7 yards.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
At the 49ers.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will make our score 9-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming.
Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he is all the way up past past the 25. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0.
Mitch Wishnowsky in punt formation for the 49ers.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That one good for 10 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Carson again.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
5-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive when you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Quinton Dunbar on the
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Robert Foster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 12, 49ers 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Being chased out left. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They got 29 yards that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
10 more yards.
He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's third down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
3-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
First down, San Francisco.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Trying to and now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Garoppolo. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right, and incomplete.
Wilson on the key.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Left side, it's Dorsett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
The 43-yard line.
This is Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Seahawks, first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Carson. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. On first down, Wilson flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll toss it out to Carson. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run the screen with Carson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he goes out right around the 39. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 12.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
6 yards. And the 49er first down.
On first down, Coleman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
George Kittle.
George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Here we go. Switch. Check the backer, check the backer.
Now Garoppolo. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Score Seahawks 18, 49ers 13.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Wilson's pass.
7 yards to pick up there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On second down, it's Carson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Operating from the gun, Wilson, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He was covered.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming.
The tackle made.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
The ball carrier.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Flush to his right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Incomplete.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for only a couple. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They can't stop Bruce Herman there as he slips in for the sack. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
49ers.
And Charles, I think when the schedule